jump as high as 6 feet in the air. Key takeaway: penguins may not fly, but they can leap out of the water, showcasing their agility and strength. Conclusion: penguins are truly remarkable creatures with a range of surprising facts that challenge common perceptions. From their unique social structures to their extraordinary adaptations, these flightless birds offer a wealth of knowledge and wonder. As we continue to learn more about penguins, it's essential to support conservation efforts to protect their habitats and ensure their survival for future generations. The idea of keeping a baby penguin as a pet may sound appealing to many animal lovers. Their adorable waddles and charming penguins are some of the most beloved animals. Penguins are some of the most beloved animals on our planet, known for their adorable waddles and striking black and white plumage. However, there's much more to these flightless birds than meets the eye. From their surprising social structures to their incredible adaptations, the world of penguins is full of shocking facts that may leave you amazed. In this article, we'll explore some of the most surprising and lesser-known facts about these fascinating creatures. Number 1. Penguins are not just cold-weather birds. While many people associate penguins with icy habitats, not all penguin species live in cold climates. For instance, the Galapagos penguin resides in warmer areas near the equator. This species has adapted to its environment, demonstrating that penguins can thrive in various climates. Key takeaway: penguins are diverse and can be found in both cold and warm regions, challenging the stereotype that all penguins live in icy environments. Number 2. They are exceptional swimmers. Penguins may not be able to fly, but they are incredible swimmers. Some species, such as the emperor penguin, can dive to depths of over 1,800 feet and hold their breath for up to 20 minutes while hunting for fish and squid. Their streamlined bodies and powerful flippers make them agile in the water, allowing them to reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. Key takeaway: penguins are built for swimming, making them efficient hunters in their aquatic environments. Number 3. Unique communication skills. Penguins have a sophisticated system of vocalizations. Each penguin has a distinctive call, which helps them recognize their mates and chicks in bustling colonies. This ability is especially vital during breeding season when thousands of penguins gather in the same area. Key takeaway: penguins can identify each other through unique calls, showcasing their advanced social behaviors. Number 4. Penguins exhibit remarkable parenting skills. Penguin parenting is a fascinating aspect of their behavior. In many species, such as the Adelie penguin, males incubate the eggs while females go out to hunt. The male keeps the egg warm on his feet, often for weeks at a time. This shared responsibility highlights the cooperative nature of penguin parenting. Key takeaway: male penguins play a crucial role in raising their young, showcasing their dedication and teamwork. Number 5. Shocking social structures. Penguins live in large colonies that can consist of thousands of individuals. These colonies can become so dense that penguins often have to fight for personal space. This social structure is essential for protection against predators and for breeding purposes. Key takeaway: penguin colonies are vital for their survival, providing safety in numbers and social interaction. Number 6. Threatened by climate change. One of the most shocking facts is that many penguin species are threatened by climate change. The melting ice in the Antarctic is impacting their habitats and food sources. For instance, the emperor penguin is considered vulnerable due to its reliance on sea ice for breeding. Conservation efforts are crucial to ensure their survival. Key takeaway: climate change poses a significant threat to penguin populations, highlighting the need for conservation action. Number 7. They have unique adaptations. Penguins have several fascinating adaptations that help them survive in harsh environments. Their bodies are built to conserve heat, with a layer of blubber and tightly packed feathers that create an insulating barrier. Additionally, their dark backs and white bellies provide camouflage from predators while swimming. Key takeaway: penguins are uniquely adapted to their environments, enabling them to thrive in extreme conditions. Number 8. Some penguins can't fly, but they can jump. While penguins are flightless birds, they have the ability to leap out of the water. This behavior, known as porpoising, helps them gain speed and avoid predators. Some species can jump as high as 6 feet in the air. Key takeaway: penguins may not fly, but they can leap out of the water, showcasing their agility and strength. Conclusion: penguins are truly remarkable creatures with a range of surprising facts that challenge common perceptions. From their unique mating creatures. However, the reality of keeping a penguin as a pet is far more complex. In this article, we will explore the feasibility of having a baby penguin as a pet, the specific needs of these birds, and the ethical considerations surrounding their care. Number 1. Understanding penguin needs. Specialized care requirements. Penguins, including baby penguins, have very specific care needs that are difficult to meet in a home environment. They require a carefully controlled habitat that mimics their natural environment, including temperature regulation. Penguins thrive in cold climates, and maintaining the correct ambient temperature is crucial for their health. Dietary needs. Their diet consists mainly of fish, squid, and krill, which must be provided fresh and in proper quantities. Social interaction. Penguins are social animals that live in colonies, requiring regular interaction with their species for proper socialization. Key takeaway: meeting the specialized needs of a baby penguin is extremely challenging and requires significant resources. Number 2. Legal and ethical considerations. Wildlife protection laws. In many countries, keeping a penguin as a pet is illegal due to wildlife protection laws. Penguins are considered wild animals, and international agreements, such as the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, CITES, regulate their capture and trade. This ensures that penguin populations remain sustainable and prevents illegal trafficking. Conservation status. Many penguin species are threatened or endangered due to habitat loss, climate change, and overfishing. Keeping a penguin as a pet can contribute to the decline of wild populations and disrupt local ecosystems. Supporting conservation efforts is a more ethical way to appreciate these magnificent birds. Key takeaway: legal restrictions and conservation concerns make keeping a baby penguin as a pet unethical and often illegal. Number 3. The challenges of domestication. Adapting to captivity. Penguins are not domesticated animals. They are wild creatures with highly specialized behaviors and needs. While some may argue that they can be kept in captivity, doing so often leads to stress, health issues, and abnormal behaviors. Penguins thrive in their natural habitats, where they can engage in social interactions, foraging, and breeding. Key takeaway: domestication is not feasible for penguins, and captivity can negatively impact their well-being. Number 4. Alternatives to keeping penguins as pets. Supporting conservation efforts. Instead of keeping a baby penguin as a pet, consider supporting conservation organizations that work to protect penguin habitats and populations. Many organizations offer opportunities to engage with wildlife through donations, volunteering, or participating in educational programs. Visiting sanctuaries and zoos. Another alternative is to visit penguins in accredited aquariums or wildlife sanctuaries. These facilities provide a controlled environment where you can observe penguins while ensuring their health and well-being are prioritized. Key takeaway: engaging with penguins through conservation efforts or responsible tourism is a more ethical alternative to keeping them as pets. Conclusion: while the idea of having a baby penguin as a pet is enticing, the reality is that these animals have complex needs that cannot be met in a home environment. Legal restrictions, ethical considerations, and the challenges of domestication all highlight why penguins should remain in the wild. Instead of attempting to keep a penguin as a pet, consider supporting conservation efforts and responsibly engaging with these remarkable birds in their natural habitats. Emperor penguins are the largest of all penguin species, renowned for their remarkable adaptations to the harsh Antarctic environment. One of the key factors in their survival is their diet. Understanding what emperor penguins eat provides insight into their role in the ecosystem and the challenges they face in their natural habitat. In this article, we will explore the diet of emperor penguins, including their primary food sources and hunting techniques. Number 1. Primary food sources. Fish. Emperor penguins primarily feed on a variety of fish species, making up a significant portion of their diet. They are particularly fond of Antarctic krill, a small shrimp-like crustacean that thrives in the cold Southern Ocean. Krill is a crucial food source, especially during the breeding season when emperor penguins require additional energy for reproduction and chick rearing. Squid. In addition to fish and krill, emperor penguins also consume squid. This provides them with essential nutrients and proteins necessary for maintaining their energy levels during their long foraging trips. Squid is often found in deeper waters, which penguins can access through their excellent diving abilities. Key takeaway: emperor penguins primarily eat fish and krill, along with squid, to meet their nutritional needs in the Antarctic environment. Number 2. Hunting techniques. Diving ability. Emperor penguins are exceptional divers, capable of reaching depths of over 1,800 feet, 550 meters, in search of food. Their streamlined bodies and powerful flippers allow them to swim efficiently, making them adept hunters in the cold waters of the Southern Ocean. They can hold their breath for up to 20 minutes, allowing them to dive deep and search for prey. Group foraging. While emperor penguins can hunt individually, they often engage in group foraging. By working together, they can herd schools of fish and increase their chances of a successful catch. This social behavior is vital for their survival, especially during the challenging winter months. Key takeaway: emperor penguins utilize their impressive diving skills and social behaviors to effectively hunt for food in the frigid waters. Number 3. Seasonal dietary changes. Breeding season. During the breeding season, which occurs in the Antarctic winter, emperor penguins face unique dietary challenges. As the sea ice forms, they must travel further to find food. Their diet remains largely the same, focusing on fish and krill, but the availability of these resources can fluctuate based on ice conditions and prey abundance. Post-breeding season. After the chicks hatch in the spring, adult penguins continue to forage to feed their growing young. The parents rely on stored fat reserves and the nutritious food they catch to support their chicks during this critical period. Key takeaway: emperor penguins adapt their foraging habits based on seasonal changes and the specific needs of their chicks during different life stages. Number 4. Impact of climate change. Threats to food sources. Climate change poses significant threats to the food sources of emperor penguins. As ocean temperatures rise and sea ice diminishes, the availability of krill and fish may decline, impacting penguin populations. Changes in the ecosystem can disrupt their feeding patterns and ultimately affect their survival. Conservation efforts. Understanding the diet of emperor penguins is crucial for conservation efforts. Protecting their feeding grounds and addressing the impacts of climate change are essential to ensuring the long-term survival of these magnificent birds. Key takeaway: climate change threatens the food sources of emperor penguins, making conservation efforts vital for their future. Conclusion: emperor penguins have a diverse diet primarily consisting of fish, krill, and squid, which they hunt using their impressive diving abilities and social behaviors. Understanding what emperor penguins eat is essential for appreciating their role in the Antarctic ecosystem and the challenges they face. As climate change continues to impact their food sources, conservation efforts become increasingly important to protect these remarkable birds and their habitats. Emperor penguins are among the most iconic birds on the planet, known for their striking appearance and charming behaviors. Many people dream of getting up close and personal with these magnificent creatures, leading to the question, can you hug and pet an adult emperor penguin? In this article, we will explore the realities of interacting with emperor penguins, their natural behavior, and the ethical considerations involved. Number 1. Understanding emperor penguin behavior. Social animals. Emperor penguins are highly social birds that live in large colonies. They engage in various behaviors, such as huddling together for warmth and communicating through vocalizations. While they are not aggressive, they are also not domesticated animals and have specific social structures and boundaries. Key takeaway: emperor penguins have complex social behaviors and should be respected as wild animals, not pets. Number 2. The reality of physical interaction. Wild versus captive environments. In the wild, emperor penguins are adapted to their natural habitats and maintain a healthy distance from humans. While they may appear curious, approaching them too closely can cause stress and disrupt their natural behaviors. In controlled environments like zoos or aquariums, staff members may interact with penguins for care and training. However, this is done under strict guidelines to ensure the animal's well-being. Key takeaway: hugging or petting emperor penguins in the wild is not advisable and can be harmful to their health and behavior. Number 3. Ethical considerations. Conservation status. Emperor penguins are currently classified as near threatened due to climate change and habitat loss. Interacting with them inappropriately can contribute to stress and disrupt their breeding and foraging patterns, further endangering their populations. It is vital to prioritize their conservation and well-being over personal desires for interaction. Key takeaway: respecting wildlife and their habitats is crucial for conservation efforts and the survival of species like the emperor penguin. Number 4. Alternatives to physical interaction. Observing from a distance. Instead of attempting to hug or pet an emperor penguin, consider observing them from a distance. Many wildlife tours offer opportunities to see these remarkable birds in their natural habitats without disturbing them. Educating yourself about their behavior and ecology can also enhance your appreciation for these incredible creatures. Key takeaway: respectful observation allows you to enjoy emperor penguins without compromising their well-being. Number 5. The importance of education and awareness. Promoting responsible wildlife interaction. Understanding the behaviors and needs of emperor penguins is essential for promoting responsible wildlife interaction. By raising awareness about the challenges they face and the importance of their conservation, we can inspire others to respect and protect these remarkable birds. Key takeaway: education about penguin behavior and conservation is vital for fostering a respectful relationship with wildlife. Conclusion: while the idea of hugging and petting an adult emperor penguin may seem appealing, it is essential to recognize that these are wild animals with specific needs and behaviors. Interacting with them inappropriately can cause stress and harm their populations. Instead, focus on observing and appreciating these magnificent creatures from a distance and support conservation efforts aimed at protecting their habitats. Penguins are often associated with icy landscapes and frigid temperatures, particularly in Antarctica. However, many people wonder whether these charming birds can thrive in hotter climates. In this article, we will explore the habitats of various penguin species, their adaptations to different environments, and whether penguins can indeed live in hot places. 1. The natural habitat of penguins. Cold environments. Most penguin species are found in cold regions, with the emperor penguin and Adelie penguin residing primarily in Antarctica. These species have adapted to survive in extreme cold, relying on thick layers of insulation from feathers and blubber. Key takeaway: most penguins are naturally adapted to cold environments, thriving in icy habitats. 2. Penguins in warmer climates. The Galapagos penguin. While most penguins are associated with cold climates, the Galapagos penguin is an exception. This species lives on the Galapagos Islands, located near the equator. Unlike their Antarctic relatives, Galapagos penguins have adapted to a warmer climate, with temperatures often rising above 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees Celsius. They rely on cooler ocean currents and shaded areas to regulate their body temperature. Key takeaway: the Galapagos penguin is the only species that lives in a warm climate, showcasing adaptability to higher temperatures. 3. Adaptations for heat regulation. Behavioral adaptations. Penguins living in warmer climates, like the Galapagos penguin, exhibit specific behaviors to cope with the heat. They often rest in the shade during the hottest parts of the day and take advantage of the cooler ocean waters when foraging. Physical adaptations. While they still have insulating feathers, Galapagos penguins have slightly different feather structures that allow for better heat dissipation. Their smaller size compared to other penguins also helps them regulate their body temperature more effectively. Key takeaway: Galapagos penguins have developed behavioral and physical adaptations that enable them to thrive in warmer environments. 4. The limits of penguin habitats. Temperature tolerance. While some penguins can adapt to warmer climates, they generally do not thrive in excessively hot environments. Penguins are still primarily adapted to cooler temperatures, and extreme heat can lead to stress, dehydration, and health issues. Key takeaway: most penguins are not suited for excessively hot environments and require specific conditions to remain healthy and happy. 5. Threats from climate change. Impact on penguin habitats. Climate change poses a significant threat to penguin populations worldwide. As global temperatures rise, the habitats of cold climate penguins are increasingly affected, leading to ice melt and changes in food availability. While Galapagos penguins may adapt to some extent, other species face dire consequences in their traditional habitats. Key takeaway: climate change threatens penguin habitats, emphasizing the importance of conservation efforts to protect these remarkable birds. Conclusion. In conclusion, while most penguins are adapted to cold environments, the Galapagos penguin is a unique species that can live in warmer climates. These birds exhibit specific adaptations to cope with higher temperatures, but they are still primarily suited for cooler conditions. As climate change continues to impact their habitats, understanding these adaptations and the limitations of penguin habitats is crucial for their conservation. Emperor penguins are not only known for their remarkable adaptability to the harsh Antarctic climate, but also for their intriguing social behaviors. One behavior that often catches observers' attention is the head shaking followed by nodding, a combination of vocalizations and physical gestures, including head shaking and nodding, to communicate. Number 2. Head shaking, a sign of acknowledgement. Social recognition. One primary reason emperor penguins shake their heads is to acknowledge the presence of other penguins. This behavior can occur during social interactions or when two penguins recognize each other in a crowded colony. The head shake serves as a form of greeting, signaling awareness and acknowledgement. Key takeaway: head shaking among emperor penguins acts as a social acknowledgement, helping them recognize each other in large groups. Number 3. Nodding, a form of agreement. Reinforcing communication. Following the head shake, the nodding behavior often reinforces the initial gesture. Nodding can signify agreement or affirmation within their interactions, indicating that they are receptive to each other's presence and intentions. This two-part action enhances social cohesion and strengthens bonds among individuals. Key takeaway: nodding after head shaking reinforces social bonds and indicates agreement between emperor penguins. Number 4. Contextual factors influencing behavior. Environmental challenges. In the extreme conditions of Antarctica, effective communication is crucial for survival. The harsh environment can make it difficult for emperor penguins to maintain close contact, making visual signals like head shaking and nodding essential. These behaviors help them navigate their social structure despite the challenges posed by their environment. Key takeaway: environmental conditions in Antarctica make head shaking and nodding vital for effective communication among emperor penguins. Number 5. Importance of social interactions. Building colony dynamics. Social behaviors, including head shaking and nodding, play a critical role in maintaining the dynamics of emperor penguin colonies. These interactions help establish hierarchies, promote cooperation during breeding seasons, and facilitate foraging. By understanding these behaviors, researchers can gain insights into the social structures of penguin colonies. Key takeaway: social interactions, including head shaking and nodding, are essential for maintaining the structure and dynamics of emperor penguin colonies. Conclusion: the head shaking and nodding behavior of emperor penguins is a fascinating aspect of their social interactions. These gestures serve as vital communication tools, allowing them to acknowledge one another and reinforce social bonds in the harsh Antarctic environment. Understanding these behaviors not only adds to our knowledge of penguin communication, but also highlights the importance of social dynamics in their survival. Penguins are some of the most fascinating creatures on Earth, often sparking curiosity about their classification. Basics of biological classification. All living organisms are categorized into kingdoms, with the animal kingdom, Animalia, encompassing a vast array of organisms, including mammals, reptiles, birds, fish, and amphibians. Key takeaway: penguins belong to the animal kingdom, but they are specifically classified as birds within that kingdom. Number 2. Penguins as birds. Defining characteristics of birds. Birds are warm-blooded vertebrates characterized by feathers, beaks, and the ability to lay eggs. While flight is a common feature among birds, it is not a requirement for classification. Penguins possess all the essential characteristics of birds, including feathers. Penguins have a layer of waterproof and insulating feathers that keep them warm in cold environments. Egg-laying. Penguins reproduce by laying eggs, which is a defining characteristic of birds. Beaks. They have beaks adapted for their diet, primarily consisting of fish and krill. Key takeaway: penguins meet the essential criteria that define birds, confirming their classification as avian species. Number 3. Key takeaway: penguins are flightless birds that have adapted to an aquatic lifestyle, demonstrating their unique evolutionary path. Number 4. The evolutionary background of penguins. From flying birds to swimmers. Penguins evolved from flying birds approximately 60 million years ago. Over time, their ancestors adapted to life in the water, leading to the flightless species we see today. This evolutionary journey is a testament to their resilience and adaptability. Key takeaway: penguins are descendants of flying birds, and their evolution reflects a transition from aerial to aquatic life. Number 5. The importance of classification. Why classification matters. Understanding that penguins are birds is crucial for several reasons. It helps in conservation efforts, as recognizing their ecological role within avian communities can guide effective protection strategies. Additionally, it informs the public about the unique adaptations and behaviors that define penguins as a distinct group of birds. Key takeaway: classifying penguins as birds aids in conservation efforts and enhances public awareness of their ecological significance. Conclusion: in conclusion, penguins are undeniably birds, characterized by their unique adaptations, reproductive methods, and evolutionary history. While they may not fly, their classification as avian species is well supported by their anatomical and behavioral traits. Understanding penguins as birds helps foster greater appreciation for these remarkable animals and underscores the importance of their conservation. Antarctica is known for its extreme cold, harsh winds, and long periods of darkness during the winter months. Surprisingly, this inhospitable environment is home to several penguin species, including the iconic emperor and Adelie penguins. But how do these remarkable birds survive the brutal winter when sunlight is scarce? In this article, we will explore the unique adaptations and survival strategies that enable penguins vital for maintaining warmth during the dark, frigid winter months. Layer of blubber. In addition to feathers, penguins have a Number 2. Social behavior. Huddling together. During the Antarctic winter, penguins exhibit huddling behavior to conserve warmth. Species like the emperor penguin gather in large groups, often forming dense clusters to shield themselves from the freezing winds. This social behavior allows them to share body heat, significantly reducing the risk of hypothermia. Cooperative parenting. In addition to huddling, penguins engage in cooperative parenting. During the breeding season, male emperor penguins incubate eggs while the females forage for food. By taking turns caring for their young, they ensure that at least one parent is present to keep the chick warm and protected from the elements. Key takeaway: Huddling and cooperative parenting are vital social behaviors that help penguins survive the extreme cold and darkness of winter. Number 3. Behavioral adaptations. Foraging strategies. Despite the long periods of darkness, penguins are adept foragers. In winter, they rely on their excellent swimming abilities to dive deep into the frigid waters in search of food, primarily krill and fish. Their keen eyesight allows them to locate prey even in low-light conditions, making them efficient hunters. Energy conservation. To survive the scarcity of food during the winter months, penguins exhibit energy conservation behaviors. They reduce their activity levels to minimize energy expenditure, allowing them to survive longer periods without food. This strategy is particularly crucial when foraging conditions are challenging. Key takeaway. Penguins employ effective foraging strategies and energy conservation behaviors to thrive in the dark, cold waters of Antarctica. Number 4. Adaptations to low light. Enhanced vision. Penguins have adapted to the low light conditions of winter through enhanced vision. Their eyes are structured to perform well in dim lighting, allowing them to see clearly underwater and navigate through the dark. This adaptation is vital for hunting and avoiding potential predators. Key takeaway. Penguins' enhanced vision is an essential adaptation for thriving in the darkness of the Antarctic winter. Number 5. The importance of breeding timing. Strategic breeding. Penguins time their breeding cycles to coincide with the harsh winter months. For example, emperor penguins breed during the coldest period, laying their eggs in May or June when the ice is stable. This timing ensures that chicks hatch in early spring, when food becomes more abundant, allowing for better survival rates. Key takeaway. Strategic breeding timing allows penguins to optimize the survival of their young in harsh winter conditions. Conclusion. Despite the challenges of surviving in Antarctica during the winter without sunlight, penguins have developed a remarkable array of adaptations and behaviors that enable them to thrive. From their insulating feathers and blubber to their social huddling and strategic breeding, these incredible birds continue to fascinate us with their resilience. Understanding how penguins survive in such extreme conditions highlights the importance of conservation efforts to protect their habitats and ensure their survival in a changing climate. Penguins are iconic birds that have captivated people around the world with their charming waddles and striking appearance. Most notably, they are known for their unique adaptations that allow them to thrive in some of the harshest cold climates on Earth, particularly in Antarctica and other frigid environments. In this article, we explore the adaptive features that help penguins survive and flourish in cold regions. Number 1. Insulating feathers. Structure and function. One of the most remarkable adaptations of penguins is their specialized feathers. Penguins have a layer of dense, waterproof feathers that provide excellent insulation. Each feather is tightly packed, creating a barrier against the cold wind and water. Underneath this outer layer, they have a layer of down feathers that trap warm air, further enhancing their thermal insulation. Key takeaway. Penguins' waterproof and insulating feathers are crucial for maintaining body heat in frigid temperatures. Number 2. Layer of blubber. Thermal insulation. In addition to their feathers, penguins possess a thick layer of blubber under their skin. This fatty tissue provides insulation against the cold and serves as an energy reserve during periods when food is scarce. The blubber layer also helps with buoyancy while swimming. Key takeaway. The layer of blubber aids in thermal insulation and acts as an energy reserve, essential for survival in cold habitats. Number 3. Streamlined bodies. Efficient swimming. Penguins have evolved streamlined bodies that reduce water resistance, enabling them to swim efficiently in icy waters. Their bodies are designed to conserve energy while diving and swimming, which is crucial for searching for food in the cold ocean. Key takeaway. The streamlined shape of penguins enhances their swimming efficiency, allowing them to navigate the frigid waters with ease. Number 4. Social behavior. Huddling for warmth. Penguins are social animals that often engage in huddling behavior during extreme cold. By gathering in groups, they reduce exposure to harsh winds and conserve body heat. This behavior is particularly common among emperor penguins, who huddle together during the brutal Antarctic winter to survive the freezing temperatures. Key takeaway. Huddling behavior helps penguins maintain body warmth and reduce the risk of hypothermia in extreme cold. Number 5. Unique breeding strategies. Timing and location. Penguins have adapted their breeding strategies to coincide with the harsh climate. For example, emperor penguins breed during the coldest months of the year. Laying their eggs in May or June when the ice hold their breath for extended periods allows them to hunt effectively in icy waters. Key takeaway. Penguins' foraging techniques are adapted to maximize their hunting success in cold environments. Number 7. Blood circulation adaptations. Countercurrent heat exchange. Penguins have evolved a countercurrent heat exchange system in their flippers and feet. This adaptation minimizes heat loss by allowing warm blood flowing from the body to heat the colder blood returning from the extremities. This mechanism helps maintain core body temperature while allowing them to navigate icy surfaces. Key takeaway. The countercurrent heat exchange system is vital for conserving heat in extremities, allowing penguins to thrive in cold environments. Conclusion. Penguins possess a remarkable array of adaptations that enable them to thrive in cold regions. From their insulating feathers and blubber to their social behaviors and specialized breeding strategies, these features are essential for survival in harsh climates. Understanding these adaptive traits not only highlights the incredible resilience of penguins, but also underscores the importance of conservation efforts to protect their delicate habitats. Penguins are fascinating creatures known for their unique behaviors and social structure. General overview. Most penguin species typically lay 1 to 2 eggs per breeding season. However, this can vary depending on the species and environmental factors. The size and number of eggs often correlate with the specific breeding strategies and ecological niches that each species occupies. Key takeaway. Most penguins lay 1 to 2 eggs, but variations exist among different species. Number 2. Species-specific egg-laying habits. Emperor penguins. The emperor penguin, the largest of all penguin species, usually lays 1 egg per breeding season. This single egg is incubated by the male, who balances it on his feet to keep it warm, often for around 2 months in harsh Antarctic conditions. This unique breeding strategy allows for focused parental care. Adelie penguins. Adelie penguins typically lay 2 eggs in a single nesting season. Both parents share the responsibilities of incubation and feeding the chicks once they hatch. The collaborative nature of their parenting helps ensure the survival of their young. Gentoo penguins. Similar to Adelie penguins, Gentoo penguins also lay 2 eggs. They exhibit a strong commitment to their nesting sites, often returning to the same location year after year. Both parents take turns incubating the eggs and caring for the chicks. Key takeaway. Different penguin species have varied egg-laying habits, with emperor penguins typically laying 1 egg, while Adelie and Gentoo penguins usually lay 2. Number 3. Factors influencing egg production. Environmental conditions. The number of eggs laid by penguins can be influenced by several environmental factors, including food availability, climate conditions, and predation risks. In years when food is abundant, penguins may have higher reproductive success, potentially leading to more eggs being laid. Age and health of parents. The age and health of the breeding pair also play a significant role in determining egg production. Younger or less healthy penguins may lay fewer eggs or may not successfully rear their young, affecting overall population dynamics. Key takeaway. Environmental conditions and the health of parent penguins significantly influence their egg-laying patterns. Number 4. Challenges during nesting. Predation risks. During the nesting period, penguin eggs and chicks face various threats from predators, including skuas, seagulls, and land-based carnivores. These risks can lead to reduced hatching success and lower overall population numbers. Climate change. Climate change poses significant challenges for penguin breeding. Rising temperatures and changing sea ice patterns can impact food availability and nesting habitats. For instance, melting ice may force some penguin species to relocate, affecting their ability to breed successfully. Key takeaway. Nesting penguins face numerous challenges, including predation and the impacts of climate change, which can hinder their reproductive success. Number 5. Conservation efforts. Protecting breeding habitats. Conservation organizations are actively working to protect penguin habitats and ensure their breeding environments remain stable. Efforts include monitoring penguin populations, mitigating the impacts of climate change, and managing predator populations to enhance the survival rates of eggs and chicks. Key takeaway: conservation initiatives are crucial for protecting penguin breeding habitats and increasing the chances of successful reproduction. Conclusion: in summary, penguins typically lay 1 to 2 eggs, with variations among species. Understanding their breeding habits and the factors affecting egg production is vital for effective conservation efforts. By protecting these remarkable birds and their habitats, we can help ensure their survival for future generations. Penguins are among the most beloved birds on the planet, known for their charming waddles and striking appearance. However, these fascinating creatures face numerous threats in their natural habitats, including predation. Understanding the natural predators of penguins is crucial for conservation efforts and for appreciating the challenges these birds encounter in the wild. In this article, we'll explore the various predators that pose a threat to penguins and the impact of these predators on their populations. Number 1. Marine predators. Seals. One of the primary natural predators of penguins in the ocean is the leopard seal. Known for their powerful jaws and impressive hunting skills, leopard seals often prey on juvenile and adult penguins. These seals are agile swimmers, making them formidable hunters in the frigid waters where penguins thrive. Orcas. Another significant threat comes from killer whales, or orcas. These apex predators are known to hunt various marine animals, including penguins. Orcas often target penguins during their foraging dives, particularly when they are in groups, increasing the chances of a successful hunt. Key takeaway: marine predators like leopard seals and orcas pose significant threats to penguin populations, especially in their coastal habitats. Number 2. Terrestrial predators. Land-based carnivores. While penguins are primarily marine birds, they also face threats from terrestrial predators. In some regions, especially those where penguins nest on land, animals such as foxes, dogs, and cats can pose a danger. These predators may target penguin eggs or chicks, particularly in colonies located near human settlements. Birds of prey. Certain birds of prey, such as skuas and seagulls, can also be harmful to penguin populations. These birds are known to raid nests for eggs and young chicks, taking advantage of the vulnerable stage of penguin life. Key takeaway: terrestrial predators, including land carnivores and birds of prey, can significantly impact penguin colonies, especially during the breeding season. Number 3. Human impact on predation. Invasive species activity has introduced various invasive species to penguin habitats, further complicating their survival. For example, the introduction of non-native mammals, like rats and feral cats, has led to increased predation on penguin eggs and chicks. These invasive species often thrive in environments where native predators are absent, creating a new set of challenges for penguin conservation. Key takeaway: invasive species introduced by human activities exacerbate predation pressures on penguins, highlighting the need for careful management of ecosystems. Number 4. The role of habitat. Nesting locations. The choice of nesting locations can influence the level of predation penguins face. Penguins that nest in remote, inaccessible areas are generally less vulnerable to predators. However, those that choose more accessible locations may experience higher predation rates. Conservation efforts often focus on protecting critical nesting habitats to enhance penguin survival rates. Key takeaway: habitat selection plays a crucial role in determining penguin vulnerability to natural predators, making conservation of nesting sites essential. Number 5. Conservation efforts. Protecting penguin populations. Conservation organizations worldwide are working to mitigate the threats posed by natural predators and human activities. Efforts include habitat protection, managing invasive species, and monitoring predator populations. By ensuring that penguin habitats remain safe and secure, we can help these remarkable birds thrive. Key takeaway: conservation initiatives are vital for safeguarding penguin populations from natural predators and human-induced threats. Conclusion: penguins face a variety of natural predators, both in marine and terrestrial environments. Understanding these threats is essential for effective conservation strategies aimed at protecting these beloved birds. By addressing the impact of predators and preserving their habitats, we can ensure a brighter future for penguins in the wild. Penguins are often a topic of curiosity, particularly regarding their classification as birds. While they are undeniably birds in many respects, their inability to fly raises questions about their status within the avian family. This article explores why penguins are still considered birds despite their flightlessness, delving into their unique adaptations, evolutionary history, and the characteristics that define them as members of the bird family. Number 1. The definition of birds. Characteristics of birds. To understand why penguins are classified as birds, it's essential to look at the defining characteristics of birds in general. Birds are warm-blooded vertebrates that possess feathers, lay eggs, and have wings. While flight is a common trait among birds, it is not a strict requirement for classification. In fact, several bird species, like ostriches and emus, are also flightless. Key takeaway: evolved to become more streamlined for diving. Result: their dense bones help them dive deeper by reducing buoyancy, while their streamlined bodies allow